Alright. Sorry for that bit of a delay there. Welcome to Season 3, Race 3 of my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are at the Hanoi Street Circuit for the Vietnam Grand Prix. And we're going to be looking to spend some money on development. Just looking at the development chart. You can see we are still very much far ahead of Mercedes, who themselves are far ahead of pretty much the entire midfield. We still have to get this chassis upgrade that failed, so we'll take care of that now. Get that taken care of. And I also want to get a chassis part. Or a chassis upgrade, I should say. Actually, this one works out because it's 1,900 points, and we have 1,908 points. So, works out perfectly, and that will come in time for the Dutch Grand Prix should everything go well. I'd rather not rush it, since it's only a 7% chance of failure, so it's alright, I can wait an extra race for that. But yeah, so pretty much all set. Good news, dry for qualifying and the race. There you go. So we'll jump straight into qualifying. My dog just came in. Alright, just give me 1 second. I had to put my dog on my bed, and now I have to take care of something else real quick. Stay right there, lady. Right there. Alright, just trying to make sure the dog is comfortable in the bed. She was laying on the bed, now she's sitting up, but I don't think she knows what she wants to do. She's giving me a look. I don't think she's seen these headphones before. Maybe she has, but just lay down. Just lay down on the bed. Sit down on the bed, you'll be fine. Alright, I'll do my qualifying lap here, then I'll see if she wants to get down from the bed. My dog is very, our dog is very indecisive sometimes. She doesn't, make up her mind that quickly, or doesn't make up her mind, but also changes her mind on a whim. But Yeah, I guess that's how dogs are sometimes. We love her, though. We love her. First turn. Get through this last part of that section very well. Now Ricardo's got a gap to me. Yeah, I could have taken that complex a little bit better. Ricardo's pulling ahead. We're in third. See an opportunity with the DRS. An hairpin. Alright, I have to, 1 second. Yes, lady, I hear you. What's going on? What's going on? Do you want to come down? I can help you off the bed. You just have to tell me what you want to do. Want to come down? Here. You know, if I want to get you off the bed, you have to work with me, okay? You can't just... Oh. I got you. There you go. Alright, you want to go out? I thought you wanted to come in here. Now you want to go out, back out to the living room? Is that what you want? Alright, well you gotta move so I can open the door. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. You can go back and sit wherever you want to sit. Yeah, it's alright. You can go and sit wherever you want to sit. Love you. You're a good dog. See, that's what I was talking about. She wanted to go on my bed, or she wanted to come to my room, so I let her in, and she came up on my bed, and then I was out of the room for a minute, and then she wanted to come off the bed. So, which is fine. She can sit wherever she wants to sit. A little frustrating that she's so indecisive. Or, I guess not really indecisive, she just changes her mind a lot. What she wants to do can change on a moment's notice. Sometimes she'll sit in one place, then she'll want to sit in another place, and she moves all around the house. With we bring it home in P4. Not bad. I think we can make something happen from the second row. Third probably would have been preferable, but we'll see what we can do for fourth.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Ricciardo, Bottas, and Max Verstappen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Alright, that's qualifying for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Stands out, second time in 3 races that I'd have to go back and see what happened in Bahrain, but well, actually, I think in Bahrain it was myself and Ricciardo in the front row, and then the Mercedes in the second row. But so the second time in 3 races that Bottas has out-qualified Hamilton by a decent chunk, actually. Bottas second, Hamilton 7th. Ferrari's doing very well. Verstappen in 3rd. McLaren P5. I think Ocon and Norris are in the top 10 again. I'm sure they'll be looking to actually convert their good qualifying into points this time around, but we'll see what happens. So the third consecutive race that Ricardo has gotten the pole. Alright, we are all set to go here. Now it's time for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Let's go.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more, as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. It's a track that combines the bespoke design of a traditional race circuit with the tight, close barriers of a street track that our drivers race on today. 23 corners and a total distance of 3.4 miles. Watch out in particular for overtaking into the braking zone at turn 11. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo has a clear view ahead from pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, the owner driver, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Hamilton, Norris, Sainz and Pierre Gasly, Perez, Albon, Daniel Kvyat and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Matsushita, Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean, Russell, Latifi, De Vries and Tatiana Calderon. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright, just checking through some things here before we get started. Just looking through some things. Alright. Look at the race strategy. Calling for another 2-stop, just like in Bahrain. But we will see if that actually pans out, or like Bahrain, will we have to, or like Bahrain, will it be possible to do a 1-stop? We shall see. So we get going.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down.
And this is going to be an interesting start, I think. It's not that long of a run down to the first corner. And while the outside line that Ricardo and Verstappen are on is the cleaner line and the preferred side of the grid, I guess you could say. We do have an avenue where we could make a dive into turn 1 and possibly come out with the
Radar
lead.
is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
I think I saw it's going to get a little cloudy later in the race, but I don't think we're getting any rain. I know we're not getting any rain, so we don't have to worry about it. Nice that he had the first 3 races go weather-free in terms of rain. I'm sure it'll come back to bite us later at some point. Lap. Alrighty, folks. Coming around the final couple of corners, getting ready for the Vietnam Grand Prix.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Alright, grid is forming up. And we're ready to rock. Here on the streets of Vietnam. What can we do? Going into turn 1. Lights are out and we're underway. Oh, look at that. A very good start. Bottas gets an even better start. He's side by side with Ricardo. We're going to shoot up the middle. We tighten to turn one. We come out of it with the lead. What a move that was. And we're up into P1. Of course, I completely forgot to mention that we won this race last year. More thanks to a safety car than anything else, but still, we did get the W here last time we were here.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
So that start really could not have gone any better for me. Worked out like an absolute charm. From Ricardo, Bottas, Verstappen, and Ocon. That is your top 5 after lap 1. The wall. Right away. Let's try it again. Ricardo's got us again. He's going to be alongside going into the roundabout. Squeeze him out just enough to keep him behind us. Good exit to this turn. Just got the long back straight. The run to turn 11. I'm sure Ricardo's going to make a move on us again here, potentially. Not that close, or not close enough. And we make it through. Now, Sector 3, one of the trickier sections of the course. Sections you really have to absolutely nail, otherwise you're going to be just off the whole way through.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Now DRS is available, and that's going to make our job that much more difficult. With Ricardo right behind us. Ricardo's going to have to run here. We'll just have to force him to go to the outside. Oh, crossover, Ricardo. Got the job done. Can we get him back to this next corner? Can we outbrake him? Oh, we're going to squeeze him out. Actually, I think I hit the wall initially there. let's go from here. See what we can do. So we keep Daniel behind us. Do we have any damage? No, I think we're okay. That was very close. Very difficult to go side by side through that section. And if you do, you're going to create a log jam behind you, that's for sure. Running a tad wide for the first couple of
Use
corners.
your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
I'm very well of that, well aware of that, and I'm using it, Jeff. Thank you for the reminder, though. Overtake mode very critical on a track like this with so many long straightaways, or I guess with two major straightaways of significant length. Ricardo's going to come at us again. He's right there. Trying to force him to the outside again. He can go the long way around. Break through the corner. He locks up a little bit. And we maintain the top spot. Checking on something here. I feel like it's a question of when, not if, Ricardo is going to get by me. Like, permanently, at this point. But at the same time, my feeling is that if he's going to pass me, he's going to have to earn it. I'm not just going to roll over for him and just let him go like I did in Australia when I came out right in front of him at the pit stops. This might be the moment where it happens. Not quite. Ricardo's not there, but here comes Bottas in the Mercedes. Nobody makes anything happen. It's pretty much stagnant right now. That was not a good section.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums.
Check something again here. Back up into... I think I hit hit the wall once again, so that's not good. Always something. Ricardo's gonna have a chance to make move again. We just squeeze him out just enough to hold him back. Rich mix overtake mode, but Ricardo, he's going to have to put DRS here. Go back to the outside again. Oh, he's going to make a move again. He's going to go to the outside, coming into this corner.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
So we squeeze him out and hold him off.
We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Crack out of here. Ooh, very close. Same story. Just make a slight bit of contact. Send Ricardo a little wide. Gain a little bit of time on him. Not by much though. He's still pretty much right there behind us. Haven't really checked the tire wear yet. I'll do that in a second. Tire wear is about...
Box. We're coming in this lap.
Not too bad, really. It's not that bad. So it's sort of like Bahrain, where I think we can really convert this to a one-stop here. Worst tire right now is at 41%. Now, pit window extends to lap 11. I feel like we can pull what we did in Abu Dhabi. So if you're back in Abu Dhabi in season 2, we switched to a one-stop where we essentially stretched it on the softs, only to then go on to the mediums and stretch those out for the rest of the race. Well, if I can take the softs 12 laps, in theory, the medium tires go to the end of the race. Should be able to easily go to the end of the race. So that's my plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till lap 10. Check the tire wear again, and then I'll see lap 11, lap 12, and if it's okay on lap 11, I will stay out for another lap, wait until lap 12. Is anyone coming this lap? We do have one tanker. It says Esteban Ocon into the pits. Early stop. I have to wonder if maybe he's trying a two-stop. Ricardo looking for a move to the inside. Looks close. Squeeze him up a little bit. I get a bad exit, and Ricardo's there. You squeeze him again. He switches back. Oh, come on, Ricardo. You did me dirty there a little bit. Closing in. Ooh, a little bit of contact with Ricardo.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
While we do that, let's check and see what the two cars that pitted did. Oh boy, Science and who was that? And Ocon. Oh boy, they went on softs. I am not sure if that's the best strategy. Then we saw it in Bahrain. I'm not sure if that's the best move for those guys. We'll see, maybe a safety car won't come out this time, but I don't know, I think they're behind the 8 ball. They're going to be on pressure tires, I think. I can pretty much guarantee that, but I just steer it right into the wall. Of course you did. Lap behind us, a couple. Lewis Hamilton comes in. Lando Norris, I think, dived in. One of the Ferraris dived in. I think that was Leclerc dived in. Ricardo looks for a pass again. Trying to catch us out while we were on lean mixture. We're going to squeeze him out again. We do successfully squeeze him out. Tire wear 50%, so I think I could definitely take these tires to at least lap 12 before I stop. I presume since the window is until lap 11, I presume Ricardo's either going to come in this time or next time for tires. And while we do that, let's check and see what everyone else went on behind us. Interesting. Interesting. Hamilton. Everyone looks like. Let me double check this, make sure I'm seeing this right. So everyone who just pitted. So Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris, Gasly, Perez, Magnussen. They all, and Nick DeVries. They all went stops. So they're definitely doing 2 stops. That's really interesting. I don't know if our tire wear is just better, but I think now we're in a fantastic position. Because yes, Hamilton and those guys are going to have pressure tires, but they have right now, compared to us, they all have to stop again. They have to make one more stop. Whereas if I think Ricardo and the guys behind me that are on track still are doing 1 stop, I don't think they have to. I don't know. So the one thing I'll say about the 2 stops is that it has to, in order to make it work, you have to have a lot of people doing it. So that's why it can work out for Ocon and Sainz to pit it first, because they had all that time out in clean air on that initial lap. actually forgot to check if everyone... I'm pretty sure everyone started on softs. Yeah, everyone started on softs. So... yeah, very interesting developments here. In the Vietnam Grand Prix. Now, Daniel Ricciardo, my teammate, still hasn't stopped. So maybe me and him are thinking the same thing as Ricciardo nearly lost it. Actually, let's take a look at that again. I want to see. It looked like Ricciardo just got out of shape. It is on board. Right around, not this curve, but this curve right here. Oh yeah, looks like he got a little out of shape there. So this is Hamilton. Guys in the pits are Verstappen and Bottas. We'll see where they come out in relation to Hamilton. I think Hamilton's actually going to beat him out. That's the advantage of going on those soft tires. This gives you so much time. Just to double check, they all probably also went on to the soft. So, the guys that haven't stopped yet. Myself, Ricciardo, the two AlphaTauris of Kvyat and Grosjean, the two Red Bulls of Albon and Matsushita, Antonio Giovinazzi and Lance Stroll. Now, Esteban Ocon is the first runner, and this is what I mean. So, if they were, what happened in Bahrain is that I think it was Ocon and Sainz. It might have been Ocon and Norris, I think it was. Ocon and Norris. When they pitted, they were trying for the two-stop. What happened was some people also tried it, but not the people around them on track when they were running, in the back half of the top 10. So what happened was they were caught out by all those other people doing one-stops. So then when the safety car came out, they had to come in and were forced to change on hard tires like everyone else, and their two-stop strategy was basically foiled. Well, here, why it's worked for them is that the cars that were sort of directly in front of them, like your Mercedes, the Ferraris, they also are on the same strategy. So the reason why that worked for Ocon and Sainz, they pitted sooner, they had clean air, and that allowed them to get ahead, or at least for Ocon it did, and I'm sure Sainz, he gained a couple positions, it looks like. That allowed them to gain those spots. But of course, could be an interesting situation if everyone else here is doing potentially a one-stop. Let's see how that plays out. Next couple of laps here.
We expect you'll be noticing a bit of grip loss in the tyres around now.
Ricardo's got a big run. And you know what? We're actually going to let him go. I feel like he's going to have to be coming in within the next lap or two. I'm curious to see what Ricciardo does now. Let's actually go in and make a quickie save, which I have not done yet.
Our gap behind is 6.6 seconds.
Ricciardo dive in? Yes, he does. Ricciardo is in for his stop.
Daniel's in the pits.
And likely we will be in next time by for what could be our one and only stop in this race. Yeah, and just like I thought, the other people behind us who haven't pitted yet also stayed out another lap. As Lewis Hamilton really showing the pace on those soft tires. This is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And Daniel's going to be in a lot of traffic, and he's actually going to come out. He's going to come out behind the Mercedes, but again, I want to see what tires he went with. Now, Ricciardo has gone for the soft tire. So, if Ricciardo was thinking what I'm thinking, then maybe he could take those tires all the way to the end of the race. while he's certainly going to lose time, he's going to lose some time to the cars with soft tires, but one, their tires are going to fall off a lot faster than his, because obviously the mediums are a harder compound tire. But then also, and because of that, they'll pull away a little bit, but Ricardo will slowly reel them in as the laps tick down until they have to come in again for their second stops. Yeah, I think, once again, the Red Bulls, who pulled an amazing, well, not amazing, but a very solid pit strategy call in Bahrain to get both of their cars the points. Looks like they're going to get points again if they do a one-stop. And credit to the AlphaTauris, they could be on big points here if they can hold on.
Right, come in at the end of this lap. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop.
And here we come, into the pits. For what will be our one and only stop. And it looks like we have a bunch of guys following us in. Well, maybe not a bunch. Kvyat is following us in. And looks like Giovinazzi and Stroll and Matsushita are also coming into the pits. Actually, let me rewind that for a second. I missed some of their tire choices. Yep, so Albon and Grosjean stand an extra lap, while Giovinazzi, Stroll, and Matsushita all come into the pits. Let's see, Red Bull's going for soft for medium tires. AlphaTauri is going for the medium tires. So Red Bull, AlphaTauri, Racing Point, Alfa Romeo, all have the same idea as myself and Ricardo. Stretch the tires thin out, make it a one-stop.
Exit now.
Now Ricardo's actually going to beat me out of the pits, which I'm not totally surprised by, because we did let him pass.
Only one stop to go, one stop left in this strategy.
We're to come out P11 right behind Lando Norris. So things stay as is. Once all these guys in front of us hit, Ricardo should be in the lead. I mean, me letting Ricardo by could be the move to lose me the race, but then again, you know, Ricardo, even in traffic, still would have fresher tires than me, so I feel like he would have gotten in front of me anyway. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't think me letting Ricardo by really changed anything. It was like a great move around the outside of the hairpin. And an attempt to pass Lando Norris doesn't work, but can we get him into this right-hander?
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer.
We get him.
That's
fourth position.
Drop down to mix too soon.
We get a spot on the British driver from McLaren. So now we got Grosjean and Albon into the pits for their stops.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Now we're a little unlucky. We don't have DRS on Leclerc in front of us. Hit the wall. Mix, overtake mode engaged. Yeah, so I guess the key to all of this is going to be for those stopping, we're going with a two-stop. Where do they all end up in relation to the one-stoppers? Leclerc getting a little twitchy out of the penultimate corner. Could get DRS on Leclerc this time. It's very close. Not quite close enough. Not quite close enough for DRS.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
No need. We already defended the position. We got it back. No worries, Jeff. No worries.
Trailing our teammate by 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, I really wish we could be getting DRS right now, because we can. Ricardo's not that far ahead in this train. He's actually stuck behind one of the Renaults right now. Definitely feels like I'm going to be trying to defend from the Mercedes before this race is over. I think Ricardo's going to get the lead pretty easily. Then I'll be a couple seconds behind while Mercedes will be coming at us with pressure tires. Interesting fight to end the race.
P9, you're running in P9. Leclerc is ahead of you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. Norris behind. Less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Our gap to first place is 7.8 seconds. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 13 laps to go. Strategy is available on the MFD. Okay, copy that.
We're going to be in Leclerc's DRS range this time, which we're not going to pass them, but it'll just help us pull along. To get a little closer to these guys. Or maybe little bit more effective than I would have thought. We were steaming up to the rear gearbox of Leclerc. Yeah, those soft tires must be feeling pretty secondhand by now. Nothing's getting really worn at this point.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
And I believe it's Ocon and Sainz just dived into the pits. And remember, they were the first ones to pit in that initial cycle of stops.
We're approaching the pit window.
So we'll see where they come out.
The softs.
Appreciate the optimism there, Jeff, but I don't think we'll be needing to stop again in this race. But we also have DRS, so we're gonna hold them off. Tight braking into the hairpin. There we go. I think the only reason why I caught us is because I think we kept it in lead mix without really knowing it. Nevertheless, we're still going. Rest of the leaders pit, save for Bottas and Verstappen, staying out an extra lap. Was Hamilton gonna beat? Yeah, Hamilton just beat Via out of the pits. So Hamilton has clean air all the way to us. On those fresher tires too. It's gonna be hard to fend him off in this race going forward.
Bottas is up in first place.
Verstappen and Bottas are now in the pits. opportunity to pause and do another quick save now that the pit stops are all done. Ooh. I feel like I must have pressed something. I think I'm still okay though. Let me just check. Okay, looks like I'm okay. Alright, I don't know what the issue was there. I just sort of pressed a button by accident without really knowing it, but either way, we'll do. No, we're good, I think. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going. At this point, just trying to manage the gap to Lewis Hamilton. See if we can make it another 1-2 for Jaguar Racing. Now, I think this is those tire wear upgrades really working their magic. See, I thought that after the previous race that Mercedes, at Bahrain, that Mercedes would have, I thought maybe they upgraded their cars and their chassis, because they did have a better chassis than us to start the season, so I thought maybe they had better tire wear, but for whatever reason, in this race, they decided to go for a two-stop. Just to quickly check the top 10, it's Ricardo, myself, then the two Mercedes behind us, then Kvyat, the strong P5, followed by Esteban Ocon, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, Alexander Albon, and Lando Norris. Top 10. What's good for Norris is that he does have a bit of a buffer between himself and cars behind him of Leclerc and Grosjean. So he does have a bit of a little bit of breathing room when it comes to defending that spot. Scrimp the wall a bit there.
Off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Now, I've actually started to notice here that in trying to focus on defending from Hamilton and keeping that gap down, we're actually closing in a little bit on our teammate. I think the gap was about 3.5 seconds a couple of laps ago, and now it's down to, well, 1.8 on the straight, but I presume it'll go back up to 2 here in a second. No, 1.8 seconds, right about 1.9, just under 2 seconds, so... I don't know what it is, but we're catching our teammate. His preference, problem necessarily with my teammate winning this race. I mean, a 1-2 is a 1-2. We'll take what we can get, certainly, but through Sector 1 and Sector 2, we're gaining time on Ricardo just a little bit. Yeah, we are definitely gaining on Ricardo. It was about 1.8 seconds last time when we got to the hairpin, and at the start of the straight it's already 1.7. So we are absolutely gaining on Ricardo right now. Not by a lot, but by a little bit each and every lap. We're closing the gap. And I'm not holding my breath.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
In terms of passing him, but we'll see what we can do.
The
problem is that whenever I gain on Ricardo,
charge is high. Let's use that overtake
in the first 2 sectors, I lose it in Sector 3. I hit the wall. That's lovely. Like I said in previous races, the real gap isn't, actually we have one of the McLarens diving into the pits. Is that Sainz or Norris? It's, Carlos Sainz. I'm guessing, he went into another set of softs. I'm guessing he must have had a wing change, because I don't see any reason why he would have come in again for another stop. I think I can go back and take that chicane a little bit. Not chicane, I always say chicane when I mean hairpin. Take the hairpin a little bit tighter. Better. Not right at the curb as much. Kind of corner exit. Purple sector 2. I've said this before in previous races, but the gap is not real. The gap you're paying attention to when you're trying to catch or defend from someone isn't really what's displayed, but like a second.
Laps of fuel remaining.
Like basically, take the time you see and subtract it by a second. It's not necessarily the gap to Ricardo; it's the gap to the DRS range of, or the 1 second barrier, essentially. That's what we're trying to do right now, because I think once we get that 1 second barrier, we can be with a real shot to catch him.
Tire condition is still looking good.
Alright, 3 laps to go. Let's see what we can do. Carlos Sainz fastest lap in Grand Prix, not unexpected. So now this feels like the first. Well, actually, I haven't standard mix. I was to say I'm losing time. That's why. So even with that, now I think Ricardo has sort of stabilized the gap a little bit.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, but he's only just out of range, but he's doing what he's got to do, and he's doing it very well. So close. We are just so close to getting within DRS range, but so far away at the same time. And like I said earlier, in hindsight...
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
In hindsight, I could have kept Ricardo behind me right before he was about to come in.
This is your final lap of the
But
race.
again, even in traffic, he would have had pressured tires on me for about a lap, so
The car behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
I think he still would have had the edge. We might be in DRS range now, but that's kind of hard to say. Yeah, I got no problem finishing second to my teammate. Hey, we did what we set out to do. I thought Hamilton and Bottas would have caught us a lot faster, but that never really happened. Never really happened. Around the final corner, Daniel Ricciardo will get his second win of the season here in Vietnam. And we will make it a 1-2 for the second week in a row for the Jaguar team.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
And Lewis Hamilton gets driver of the day.
Here we are then, a fantastic Vietnam Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Welcome then to the podium, our top three drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. So, let's review the driver's standings. Daniel Ricciardo can be happy with the points he's earned today as it pushes his lead out even further. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Daniel Ricciardo certainly impressed me today, an incredible performance. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
That's it for the Vietnam Grand Prix. No retirements in this race, no safety car, no real accidents either. And also no extra point for the fastest lap because it went to Carlos Sainz, who's out of the top 10. So there you go. As far as the other one-stoppers, aside from us, the only ones that really worked out for were Kvyat and Albon. Grosjean and Matsushita fell way back in the field once they fell into the clutches of the faster cars. Yeah, I think it's the second week in a row, or second race in a row, where myself, Ricardo, and Hamilton have been on the podium in some combination. So there's that. Championship standings, Ricardo now leads us by 14 points. And I believe that 7th place result was that for Kvyat? Yeah, the 7th place result for Kvyat is his first points of the season, and as well as the first points for AlphaTauri. So people who haven't scored points yet for the first 3 races are Sergio Perez, surprisingly. Flashbacks to season 1, if I recall correctly. Giovinazzi, Roman Grosjean, and then the Haas's and the Williams cars. Constructor standings, a lot of changes towards the back half of the field. Red Bull moves up while AlphaTauri. So it's funny, AlphaTauri. You know, I don't think that's right, because Red Bull scored points. AlphaTauri scored no points in Australia. Red Bull scored their first points of the season in Bahrain. And AlphaTauri just scored their first points here. So that's not entirely true. AlphaTauri should still be in P... AlphaTauri should have actually moved up, because they would have been in P9, and they would have jumped Racing Point, who scored no points, to get P8. So they should really, it should really show them moving up, and also Red Bull shouldn't be moving at all, really. I think they would have been 7th on their way. Yeah, there you go. Those are the standings, and that's it for the Vietnam Grand Prix weekend. Teammate gets another win. And we continue to march forward.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. How do you feel after your teammate's victory? Are you happy for them, or do you wish it were you?
We're a team. We share our victories. I'll go with that.
How do you feel seeing your teammate up on the podium?
Yeah, Ricardo's pretty talented.
Appreciate
Cannot
your time.
deny that. More money coming in. Can't complain about that. Actually purchased a facility upgrade on the aero department, so that's why the cash flow was down a little bit compared to what it was at the end of Bahrain. It looks like we got a sponsorship renewal for Atlantic, which we will renew. And we'll go put that back on the vehicle, on the customization, car liveries, sponsor decals. Right here for Atlantic. Yep, and they're up on the halo. Everything looks splendid. Alright, now we got some decisions to make. Activities, no messages. What's Ricardo's situation looking like right now? He's at a 99. He's got experience is 99. Race pace is 100. Awareness is 98 and pace is 100. So if it's experience or awareness, we will do it. If it's not those two, then we won't do it. Alright, I guess we'll do the, well, let's see what we can fit in here. What's the morale of the departments? All good, okay. We'll do a funded team event. We'll do a marketing. We'll do a. Yeah, I'll do a marketing strategy conference, and then we'll fit in a simulator training for Ricardo. Yep, and then we will advance to the invitational event. April 16th is when the Chinese Grand Prix is. Upgrade-wise, we should be getting the one upgrade that we didn't get in for the next race. Alright, this is at Belgium, and this is a overtake challenge. So let's go to the overtake challenge.
Here we are then, the calm before the storm.
I know, what kind of car are we driving? We're driving... I think this is an early 2000s Williams? I forget the year, but I'm pretty sure this is an early 2000s Williams. Woo, that was quick. Flew by that guy. Now, if we can get at least 3 cars a lap, I think we'll be in good shape. Squeezing me out, you annoying person. Annoying AI driver. There we go. So we've got 3 cars in the first lap. I think I did the overtake challenge in France last time I did one of these that didn't work out. I think the fact that we have a 2000s era car underneath us should be of great help. Gravity on. Catching this guy in an awkward spot. Get him anyway. It's all good. And a lot of fuel to burn. By that guy. Outside of this guy. And the only thing that kind of sucks about this type of challenge is that it would be a lot easier if it just like finished as soon as you passed everyone. But watch, we're going to be able to pass Larson here, and we'll still have to do another 2 minutes of running to finish out the challenge. Just essentially another full lap around here. Maybe not quite a full lap, but pretty close. Down the Camel Straight. It won't be quite a full lap, but it was pretty close to it. And we passed the challenge. So after that, we'll advance a little bit more, right before the Chinese Grand Prix, and then we'll be all done. That's $150,000 and 1,000 points there. So continue to advance through the time. And Ricardo's back up to 100 rating, so he could be a beast in the next race. But anyway, that's the Vietnam Grand Prix, and we'll see you next time for the Chinese Grand Prix.